NASCAR isn't waiting any longer. After months of legal back-and-forth courtroom drama and a simmering civil war between teams and the sports administration, the gloves have been officially removed. In a surprise late-night move, NASCAR filed additional court documents that not only defended its position, but also declared open season on the charters owned by 23XI Racing and Front Row Motorsports. Yes, you heard that correctly. NASCAR is prepared to sell off the cornerstone of those teams' futures. And if things go their way in court on August 28th, just days before the Cup Series playoffs begin, their charters may be gone for forever. Allow me to explain what that actually means. In the realm of stock car racing, a charter is more than just a piece of paper. It is a team's golden ticket to race every week, earning money, sponsorship, and recognition. Without it, you're basically hoping to attend the show every weekend, with no assurances. FRM and 23XI formerly had 6 of them charters. They now have 0. And NASCAR's message is clear. We won't give them back. In fact, we hope to sell them to someone else as soon as feasible. In the court documents, NASCAR even boasted that many eager potential entrants desire to buy the charters right once. The identities are censored, but they claim these are serious players with a passion for motorsports and a track record of accomplishment. It's a bold, aggressive move by NASCAR, coming just weeks after the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals reversed the preliminary injunction that had safeguarded 23XI and FRM's charter status. Without such protection, both teams have raced as open teams, remaining on the track but without charter benefits. NASCAR says it has changed its rulebook to ensure that those teams can finish the season without missing any races, but make no mistake, they're skating on thin ice. And now, with NASCAR pushing hard to start a 30-day bidding process for those charters, the time is ticking. According to NASCAR, if they wait too long, say until the trial is completed in December, new owners will be unable to prepare for the 2026 Daytona 500. New owners would require more time than that to adequately prepare, the sanctioning body wrote. From prior experience, NASCAR estimates that a new entrant would need to begin its preparation process by no later than October 1st. In other words, if the judge does not allow them to sell now, they argue that the entire sport would suffer. But this is where things become nasty. NASCAR isn't only defending this issue with legal grounds, they're going for the throat. They specifically accused Michael Jordan, the NBA legend and co-owner of 23XI, of exploiting the legal system to obtain a permanent charter that no other team has. It's a hefty allegation laced with bitterness. NASCAR claims Jordan and his team want to alter the rules for everyone else only to protect themselves, and they don't believe the victim narrative. They also went on the offensive, claiming that 23XI and FRM are disregarding NASCAR's significant compensation increases over the years. According to their filing, NASCAR has increased team compensation by 28% since the original 2016 charter agreement and another 62% under the new arrangement. They even claim to pay their teams a bigger proportion than Formula One does. Unlike the plaintiffs, Phelps continued, many individuals and organizations want to acquire the charters and work with NASCAR to further grow the Cup Series. What about the fans? They're not buying it. NASCAR fans on social media are calling the governing body's decision petty, nasty, and desperate. One fan slammed the move, writing, "So put 23XI and FRM out of business before they even have their day in court. This is utterly ridiculous. The courts should refuse this." Another commented, "There is no way the judge will allow the sale or transfer of these charters until the trial is completed. I am not a lawyer, but this move seems like a waste of the court's time." The timing couldn't be more awful. The injunction hearing is planned for August 28th, 3 days before the 2025 playoffs begin. That is not a coincidence. That is a power play. If NASCAR wins the hearing, it will be able to sell charters just as the season's most vital stretch begins. It would be a severe blow for 23XI drivers Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Riley Herbst, as well as front rows Noah Gragson, Todd Gilliland, and Zane Smith. For many drivers, the legal battle is more than just paperwork. It's about whether they'll even have a team by 2026. If you believe this was only about business issues or legal technicalities, think again. This is war. The courtroom has become a war for control of NASCAR's future, and no one, including Michael Jordan, is immune. 23XI and Front Row's antitrust case, filed in October, went beyond simply accusing NASCAR of being unfair. It accused them of monopolizing the entire sport in order to enrich themselves while trapping and weakening teams such as 23XI and FRM. NASCAR, naturally, denies all of this. They've gone one step further, not only disputing the claims, but actively attempting to destroy the teams that dared to oppose them in court. According to NASCAR, the charters in question should be sold immediately because it is impossible to construct a new team in time for the 2026 season unless action is made now. That is why they are imploring the court not to issue another injunction. They claim it would freeze everything, halt the bidding process, and harm the entire Cup Series. It will be impossible for a new team to gear up for the 2026 season, NASCAR cautioned, adding that any new owner must begin preparations by October 1st, just 6 weeks from now. The rush is real, and NASCAR isn't trying to hide it. Meanwhile, the sport is splitting down the middle. On one side, NASCAR leadership is cold, calculating, and claims to be preserving the future of stock car racing. On the other hand, you have two racing teams that have lost their status and are fighting for survival before all they've built is sold to the highest bidder. There is no more peace in this conflict, only quiet or shouting. Let's be clear, NASCAR's argument is more than just money and logistics. They are also throwing punches at the heart of the complaint. They claim they do not have a monopoly because other stock car series exist, such as the Cars Tour. According to their filing, NASCAR has never withheld approval from any charter holder to race in any other stock car series. They also point out that 23XI and FRM never requested to race elsewhere, and that is not all. NASCAR has defended its usage of tracks it owns by citing the Supreme Court, claiming that no law requires them to allow other series to run on their land. Then there's the question of the next generation vehicle. The plaintiffs contend that NASCAR prohibits it from racing outside of the Cup Series in order to limit competition. But NASCAR claims that's just smart business, not unlawful behavior. They stated, "Even a monopolist generally has no duty to share its intellectual or physical property with a rival. Translation, it is our automobile, and we will choose where it races." But all of the legal posturing, sophisticated arguments, and 34-page paperwork do not mask the unpleasant reality beneath. Because what's going on right now is more than just a legal dispute. It's a powerful move. A fast takedown. NASCAR is on attack, attempting to eliminate the existence of two entire teams before a judge hears the full case in December. That is not bargaining. That is an ambush. Fans are already aware of this. They've witnessed the transition from business to blood sport. They've seen how NASCAR has pursued Denny Hamlin, how Michael Jordan's name has been dragged through the mud in court records, and how Front Row's future hangs in the balance. The matter will not go to trial until December 1st, but NASCAR wants to move now, sell now, and eliminate the challenge. Before the season finishes, the lawyers speak, and the truth has its day in court. The following steps are up to Judge Kenneth Bell. On August 28th, he will hear arguments about whether to freeze the charter situation again. If he issues the new order, 23XI and FRM will have a lifeline, the opportunity to continue the season under charter protection and survive until the trial. What if he denies it? The charters could be offered before Halloween. By the time the checkered flag waves in Phoenix, the sport could look very different. So we ask you, is this justice or vengeance? Is NASCAR safeguarding the sport or punishing those who speak out? Should 23XI and Front Row continue to race with their heads held high? Or has their conflict cost them everything? Please let us know in the comments why this fight, it is far from over.